So I love this question again because I love the way that you students ask questions, but it just says, does it just turn black and I'm stuck in eternity?
Oh man, I love that question because there's so many implications there, right? The implication is that we're alive now,
Huh?
and eventually, when life is over, there's two things that are going to happen. It's possibly going to turn black, and then we're stuck in eternity, meaning forever. We're stuck in one place. And I think why I love this question is the unknown is so mysterious,
Huh.
right? The person who's asking this question or the person who's listening to this episode and thinking about this, right? There's so many unknowns when we think about the future. And when I think about topics like this, I think about if you're walking into a muddy situation, you're walking into like physically walking, usually we think about what we don't know, right? We're always thinking about like, but first we need to kind of back up out of the mud and think about what do we know? And then we wade into the unknown. And so when we're thinking, does it just turn black and I'm stuck in eternity? There are so many Bible verses that talk about the future, which I
Huh.
think actually implies that when the Bible was written, they had questions about eternity too. And that's why the writers of the New Testament talked about eternity. One verse, very small verse that comes to mind is 2 Corinthians 5:8, where the Apostle Paul writes about when we're away from our body, or in other words, saying when we're dead, it says we're at home with the Lord, which I think that implies that if you're a Christian, if someone's asking this question and saying, does it just turn black and I'm stuck in eternity? That if the person asking that question is a Christian, what's implied here is that when this life comes to an end, what comes next is we're at home with the Lord. Now,
Yeah.
there are hundreds of words in the New Testament of the Bible that explain what that actually means. But I think simply put, we can have hope because there is life beyond this life. And when this life ends, we're not just stuck. We're at home with the Lord. And whatever that means, it's going to be better than what we're experiencing right now.
I love that. Kyle, just as you're talking, I'm thinking about like, I used to travel a lot for work. I always joke that like I've never been homesick a day in my life. Like I really love to travel, but I started the last couple of years to really like long to be home, back in my house,
Mhm.
back with my people, back
Yeah.
with my friends stopping over, back where I knew where to find my groceries at the grocery store. And I just love that idea. I think all of us, though, I mean, I would joke about not being homesick, but I think all of us really do long for home
Yeah.
or a place that feels like home. Like we belong. This is where we're meant to be. This is where I can let my guard down. And so I love that phrase is used for like when we are eternally with God as Christians. Like now you're home.
Yeah, and I
Now
think
you're
it
home.
takes a little bit of the mystery away because oftentimes when we're thinking about the future, one different version of this question I get with my students is, doesn't heaven seem boring? Like,
Yeah.
sure, I love to come to youth group, I love to come to church, but doesn't that seem boring that that's going to go on forever? But when we think about this, I would just say to those who are listening that God knows our needs more than we do. And that when we spend time with God forever, it's going to be far more awesome than any experience we could have on this earth apart.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. Kyle, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much.